Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. हो ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खाना, ask you leave at zero, complain level, मौज में रहो, be happy. श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा श्री कृष्णा. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. How long are we going to do the same thing? Get up early in the morning, do the puja, do the japa, do yoga, go to temple, do charity, give food to the world. How long? Why I am telling you this? We come across many sincere seekers, and they are associated with those people who are engaging themselves in seva. See? Narayan seva, then the Dalita seva, and therefore their whole time is spent only in doing seva. If there is a pandemic somewhere, the whole battalion goes and they want to clean it. One example I'll tell you, near some place, Pampa River, you know, these Malayalis, they go, the black dress for 40 days. What do you call that? Shabri. So it was dirty. Naturally, when millions of people go, it will be dirty. So to clean that, a battalion of about 10,000 people reached there to clean it. They cleaned it and 10,000 people replaced it by another garbage. How long are you going to continue with this? Why I am telling you? Because after that, one or few of them came, Swamiji, how long we have to do this seva? I said, till such time, this notion that I am doing the seva is there, you are far away from the truth. Efforts must disappear. Organize is only a crime. Organize is not spirituality. See? Therefore, all that we have been doing under the disguise of spirituality, enough, enough, enough. ज्ञानोत्पत्ति निमित्तं तु क्रियाचर्या प्रकीर्तिताः योगम सालंबनम त्यक्त्वा. Enough. Then nishprapancham vichintayet. Now start thinking or start contemplating on nishprapancha. Nishprapancha means total absence, the ultimate void. Up to here we have seen yesterday. Now the teacher continues the same thought. पातालात् शक्ति पर्यन्तं सर्वमेतद् अभीप्सितं भग्नं वै शून्य मंत्रेण te smrta shunya vedinaha. So this is one of the most powerful spiritual practice. Make absence as the experience without creating an experiencer. If you catch this point in letter and spirit, then we are somewhere near Devi Kalottara. How far? Patala Shakti Paryantam. Patala Sthita Kaladi Rudra Bhona Arambya Shakti Paryantam. From the blade of grass up to Brahmaji, everything, Sarvam Edar Abhipsitam, all of these have to be given up. Any value, any importance. So be attentive. Whatever we give importance to, that enters our mind. And this entry is like we enter the mirror in the form of a reflection. So if you are standing in front of the mirror, where our attention goes? Not to the mirror, but to the reflection. Exactly. We are Shuddha Chaitanya. But in that Chaitanya, the things and beings enter in the form of given a status of reality to that. So like when we see the reflection in the mirror as a human being, we do not give it a status of reality, it is just an appearance. And therefore, we do not want to work on the reflection. It should be improved, it should be changed. No, because it is merely an appearance. Exactly. Patala Shakti Paryantam. Starting from the lowest to the highest. Everything. Sarva Metar Abhipsitam. So all this is included in this Bhagnam Vai Shunya Mantrena. Delete. Give zero value to it. What is the meaning of giving zero value? In Taiwan, there was an accident where few children died. Does it make any difference to us? We even don't know that. But if something happens in Sydney, immediately it becomes a big thing. So we have to recognize this principle. Whatever we have given importance, that enters our mind. And when a foreign body enters the mind tissue starts reacting. This example I have given a number of times, which I learned from my experience. I am telling you, don't see the books. Your every experience is your guru. When I was going around Narmada Yatra, Pradakshina, somewhere near Malda or somewhere, there was a lot of mud. So we had to go through the mud. And a thorn entered. Now I can't do anything because the feet were almost up to calf muscles are so deep. So somehow we crossed. And after going there, washing the feet, and I forgot about it. Then after 2 days or so, I started limping. So, hey, what happened to you? I said, I don't know, yeah, it's giving pain. So, let me see. So, the friend who was a doctor, he saw. Hey, there is something in your foot. I said, then what do I do? Remove it. I said, okay, remove it. So, he took out something and removed the thorn, almost ½ inch long. Now, what happened to that place? How to learn, I am telling you. So, where the thorn is not the natural state of the foot, a foreign body has entered. Then the tissue started reacting. Reaction of the tissue is called as bulge, abscess, pain, red color. And what was giving pain? Not the foreign body, but the reaction of the tissue. What can be done? He removed that foreign body, and then he covered it with some kind of a thing so that nothing should enter. I said, what is happening? He said, no, just to protect something entering. Then for repairing, he said, we don't have to do anything. Nature repairs itself, herself. If this example is clear, anything that you give importance enters your mind, and your mind tissue starts reacting. The reaction of the mind to anything that you give importance creates an abscess on the mind. An abscess is a thought. What will be the spiritual practice? If I have given importance to something, I have to devalue it. Others cannot do it for me. Therefore, everything in this world is perfect in its own place. But when we give undue importance to anything, you cannot be at peace. Whether it is your health, whether it is property, whether it is friends and enemies, whether a simple thing like cleaning of the house. See? Therefore, Bhagnam Yehi Shunya Mantrena, by those seeker who has destroyed, Bhagnam is to destroy, break it. What is the technique? Shunya Mantrena. Shunya Mantra means, Shunya means what? Absence of everything. Friends. So what is everything? Name and form. So absence of the form. Now see how it is. One technique I told you yesterday, in a dark room you sit, keep the eyes open, seeing is happening, but seer is not born, you are with the divine, that you are. Now another simple technique. Just to become extremely aware, not serious. How many fingers? 4. They are 4. Why? Because in between them there is space. But where our attention goes? To something which is with the form. Now to experience the space. Now you are sitting here. I see many of you. If I have to experience the space, do I have to kill you? No. Then remain indifferent. Therefore, seeing is happening, but seer is not born. This is my spiritual practice. Therefore, I meet people, talk to them. Next second, erased. No impression is formed on the mind. And then I am scolded. Swamiji, you don't remember me. See? What is there to remember in you? The same 2 legs, 2 hands. If you were having 4 legs, then I would have remembered. Do not give importance to anything specific. Non-specific existence is the truth. So, yahi shunya mantrena bhagnam. Those who go beyond anything which is special. Therefore, in simple words, non-specific existence is the truth. And what is this existence? This existence is not opposed to absence. What we understand, existence is that which is opposed to absence. No. Now there is light, is existence. There is light. It is opposed to darkness. We are not talking about that. We are talking about that existence which is not opposed to anything. Waking is opposed to dream and deep sleep. Dream is opposed to waking and deep sleep. Deep sleep is opposed to waking and dream. But we are not opposed to anything. Waking comes and goes. Dream comes and goes. Deep sleep comes and goes. Satsang begins and ends. No farak. That is our essential nature. See? Bhagnam vai shunya mantrena. Te smrutaha shunya vedinaha. Therefore, in other words, that which exists in the absence of everything is the reality. And therefore, we can never experience our absence. Light and darkness opposed to each other. We are not opposed to anything. Like the space. Supports everything, opposes nothing, doesn't get influenced by anything. Now work on this again and again. Any experience, good or bad, it comes and goes. We neither become excited nor become depressed. करना कुछ नहीं है. Experience without experiencer is the truth. Therefore, don't try to understand. पकड़ लिया, गया. No. यदि मन्ये से सुवेदेति दहरमेवापि नूनम तम वेत्त ब्रह्मणो रूपम. Upanishad says, if you say, I have understood very well, bhaad mein jao. We told you it can't be understood. Understood. See, friends. Therefore, this simple rule, seeing is happening but seer is not born. Hearing is happening but hearer is not born. Joy is the experience but joyful Dumbo is not born. Misery is the experience but miserable body is not born. Hearing is happening but hearer is not born. Therefore, never try to understand what is told in the Paroksha Jnanam. What you are getting is Paroksha Jnanam. Heard from somebody. Aparoksha Jnanam will happen when nobody is born. Therefore, nobody is happy. They say it is very true. Nobody alone is happy. Somebody is always miserable. Bhagnam vai shunya mantrena te smruta shunya vedinaha. Continuing further. Vishaye lolupam chittam markatadapi chanchalam sarva shunya pade sthitva tato nirvanameshati. Vishaye lolupam chittam. The mind which is too much obsessed with the objectivity. Visha is poison. Vishaya is poisonous. So chittam vishaya loluptam. When the mind is so much obsessed with things and beings. What is that mind? Markatadapi chanchalam. Markat is monkey. It is more unstable than a monkey. Arjuna's question was the same thing. Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balavadrudam. Tasyaham nigraham manne vayoriva sadushkaram. You are telling be equanimous, don't. But mind is so difficult, Chanchal, unsteady, pramati, disturb all the sense organs, balavad, very powerful, drudam, very obsessed. Such a mind, how can we control? Very difficult. It is difficult, but not impossible. You know what is difficulty? Difficulty is when we have not recognized the value of something, then we have this options or excuses of difficulty. Now tell me, who of you or who of us in the whole world, those who have got value for money, has anybody ever said, come on, yaar, earning money is difficult, I am not going to earn? No, we work hard, whichever way, but we earn money. Why? Because it is valuable for us. Exactly the same way, the day you discover this principle, our peace of mind is more valuable than anything in the world. Those who get disturbed because of others are the fools of the highest order. Vishay lolupam chittam markadadapi chanchalam. And then, you know what is talking to oneself? This mind. We only raise a question, we only answer. If he says like that, I will tell him like that. But if he says like that, then I will tell like that. So both the parties are created by us. See? Therefore, recognize this. What is to be done? Sarva shunya pade sthitva. Therefore, we don't have to close the eyes and sit for meditation. No struggle to do charity and going here and going there. Wherever you are, be at peace with yourself. See, in Tripura Rahasya, Granth is also based on the same principle. So, the story goes, Parshuramji killed Kshatriyas for 21 times. And again, 22nd time, he came to know that Dasharathi Rama was born, and he again became angry because Dasharathi Ram broke the bow of Lord Shiva in Janakpur. He became angry. And therefore, again Kshatriya, I want to kill him. And he went to kill Bhagwan Ram. He was defeated, could not kill. When you are defeated, that is a golden day in your life. Then he went to the forest, Malaygiri mountain or Himalayas. All frustrated people go to Himalayas. Why? Himalayas. So he went to Malaygiri. And there was one Mahatma comfortably sitting or lying down. In his presence, all the agitations and disturbances of his mind were quietened by his very presence. And he was surprised. Come on, what has happened to me? I'm so fresh, relaxed. I can't even define this experience. So he asked him, Sir, what is this I'm experiencing? I'm feeling so much, I was so agitated, disturbed, angry, frustrated. This is Brahmananda. What is Brahmananda? See? Brahmananda is that which cannot be spelled. It is like this, like that. Therefore, that Mahatma Ji remained quiet. You explain me something. Not simply like that, say keeping quiet. So he immediately understood. He is IT. And then this IT fellow must be sent to eat. He said, look here, you are very intelligent. Therefore, you go to Bhagwan Dattatreya, he will explain you. He goes to Bhagwan Dattatreya. And he does. See, I went to that. I had a good experience. When I asked him to explain me, he didn't. I think doesn't know how to explain. Can you please teach me? Bhagavan Dattatreya immediately understood. You know who are the wise people? They see the envelope and read the content. They immediately understood. Here is the person who is intelligent. And he said, you are right. You have to do sadhana. I think he knows. Without sadhana, how can you discover the truth, know the truth? That Brahmananda. So Brahmananda is the product of action, upasana. Then took one stone. This is Tripura Devi. And these are the rules and regulations. Do it. Then Brahmananda will happen. Really, he continued. That Devi was kept in a very soft asana. He was sitting on the floor. He was giving lovely Naivedya. He was observing fast. He was sitting in one place. He was going around 16,000 circles every day. And same thing every day, mechanically going on. And japa, 16 japas. Each japa has to be done so many lakhs of times. Busy. 1 day, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 12 years. One day, come on, yaar, I am doing this. Who is this Tripura? And then he came back. Bhagavan, yes. I think I have wasted my 12 years. What happened? Guru is happy. What happened? Look here, you told me to this, I am doing this thing, but what is this? Who is this Tripura Devi? Then Bhagavan Dattatreya says, your 12 years have not gone waste. Now your questions have changed from what is to who is. Your question was, what is Brahmananda? Now the question is, who is this Devi? Then he starts telling the stories. And then tell. The purpose of upasana that you have done is to kindle inquiry in your mind. Otherwise, you do anything mechanically, after some time, you lose charm in your life. Anything you do mechanically. Therefore, we are now withdrawn. Enough of this. Now, what is that Shunya, Mahashunya? Mahashunya means not total absence. Absence of otherness, or that absence which is not opposed to anything. So, what is that absence? For example, if you take darkness, it is opposed to light. If you take joy, it is opposed to sorrows. We are not talking about the absence which is opposed to the presence. Then that absence where presence and absence are null and void. न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम नेमा विद्युतो भाति कुतो यमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वम तस्य भाषा सर्वमिदं विभाति. This is the meaning of this mantra. This object is recognized as it is. Now what is in my hand? Oh, that object is not. In short, everything in this world is recognized in the language of is and is not. So come to yourself. Do we have an experience of our absence? No. Therefore, is it necessary to say, I am present? Now it is day, I know it. Then it is night, I know it. Day and night are opposed to each other. I support both. Joy I support, misery I support. Gain I support, loss I support. Victory I support, defeat I support. So who am I? Unopposed to anything in life. I am not opposed. Because the thumb rule is the illuminator is not opposed to anything. If there are 100 people, it is not a burden for the light. If all of them go, there is no loss for the light. Yesterday we were seeing that aquarium here. So when you look at the aquarium, our attention goes to all other things. But if you are in a learning spree, you will not look anything but the water. And then start reflecting on that. Then we come to know, when the fish moves in the water, does it create disturbance for the water? When we add more fish, is it a burden to the water? No. When we take away all the fish, is it a loss to the water? No. So, water is not influenced by presence and absence of the contents. Is it not our experience? Our vision is not influenced by presence or absence of the contents. The more we start learning from our single experience, then this becomes clear. Sarva Shunya Pade Sthitva, the one who recognizes his presence without becoming anybody. So we are not becoming an experiencer of the divine. All of us know knowledge of, experience of, drop that off aspect. Knowledge, experience, and for this phrase we are using. Experience without experiencer. So when the eyes are seeing the colors and forms, eyes don't become the seer. Eyes are only illuminating. Similarly, when the mind goes through experiences, good or bad, the mind doesn't become an experiencer. Then the fictitious I, who doesn't exist. Now who is this I? This I is consciousness reflected in the thought. The reflected consciousness, technically called Chidabhasa, plus the thought. So enliven the thought is the experiencer. And it is reflection of consciousness in the thought. Like our reflection in the mirror. So be attentive. We all have this notion that we are seeing each other. But what is the truth? We are not seeing each other. We are only seeing the reflections of all the things on our mind. If a reflection is not formed, knowledge of that object doesn't happen. Recognize this. Reflections happen in two places: mirror and a photo film. Our mind is a mirror or a photo film. When it is a photo film, it will keep on accumulating again and again, again and again, impressions. And as a result, we become somebody carrying the burden of the total past. What should be done? All the past, select, shift, delete. Therefore, when we recognize this, that the experiencer is fictitious, is not real. Now take my common example which I give 100 times. Who is miserable? The son is miserable because of the Hitler father. The husband is miserable because of the Mahakali. The father is miserable because of the Rakshasa son. Man is not miserable. Where are these three fellows? What sadhana you have to do? Only this much. When infinite expresses through the finite, a funny expression happens. That funny expression is called as misery for him and entertainment for others. You all put on shoes, isn't it? Suppose your shoe number is 8 and it happens for whatever reason. You get a shoe with one number less, 7, and you put it on and keep going. And afterwards you come to realize, but now you can't take out the shoe in a 5-star hotel. Then you start anyhow walking. How Kauwa chala ham saki chala. Gupta ji, how come you are walking like this? Something wrong? No, I'm all right, all right. What is your shoe number? 8. I think you have put on 7 number shoes. How do you know? I said, I am a cobbler. See? And then he reveals, yes, it is true. Yesterday I went to buy shoes, and when they gave me in delivery, I didn't check it. And when I sat in the car welcoming, I was thinking it is little tight. But now I can't do anything. Now in a 5-star hotel, you can't remove the shoes and walk. So when one number of shoe is less, how much we suffer? That Ananda Koti Brahmanda Nayak Paramatma that we are, expressing through the shoe of the body, that funny behavior is Jiva. We don't have to do anything, my friends. This is simplest spiritual practice. Experience without experiencer. Knowledge without knower. Action without doer. And therefore, Vishaye lorupam chittam markadaadapi chanchalam sarvashunya pade sthitva. Therefore, don't try to control the mind. Only learn this. All that is recognized through the mind is not real. It is just an impression, just an image. Many of us have got this notion. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi did not talk for 18 years. He was in Mauna. Wrong. He was not in Mauna. Because after 18 years, when his people came and met him and they asked him, talk to him, it was difficult for him to talk because for 18 years he has not spoken. What is the reason? He has nothing to talk. We have whole world to talk. Inside we are a poultry farm. See? What is there to talk about? This world. What is new in this world? This has always been like this. Earlier also, Ravan Kumbhakarna were there. Then, before that also, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha were there. Then, Duryodhan, Dushasan, Dhritarashtra were there. What is new? Now in Kali Yuga we are there. What is new? But again and again the same thing. Why this is happening? Why this is happening? Time pass. Don't take life seriously. Sarva shunya pade sthitva tato nirvana meshati. Then we attain nirvana. Nirvana means nothing can hit you and disturb you. There is one sutra. Va is many times spelled and chanted as ba. Like Vangadesh originally, but it's Bangadesh. You know, in Nepali and Bengali language, va is pronounced as ba. So, my trust in USA, Be Happy Trust. So, the Nepali person is no more, no? Very good friend. So, he asked me, Swamiji, what is to be written? I said, Be Happy Trust, Be Happy Inc. Incorporation. So, he asked me, B for victory or boy? What can you talk? You could laugh. I was crying. किसके साथ पाला पड़ा? Therefore, nirvana means nirbana. Bana is arrow. Nothing will disturb you in this world. That is nirvana. Sarvashunya pade sthitva tato nirvana meshati. What is that which nothing else disturbs? The space. The mind. And the one that we are. Waking comes, goes, dream comes and goes. What farak it makes to us? Only learn from our experience. Waking and dream experiences are in the form of something is. Deep sleep and samadhi experiences are in the form of nothing is. So are we benefited by the waking and the dream? We get something. And do we lose anything in the deep sleep and samadhi? No. So who we are supporting the presence and the absence. And therefore, we are beyond presence and absence. This is what it is. Sarvashunya pade sthitva. And therefore, you cannot use any language. And therefore, the scriptures use the language. What? Ekameva dvitiyam. Ekam eva advitiyam. One and only one without a second. Why? Because one are of two types. One is the one which can be multiplied and divided by 2. The second one is the one which cannot be divided or multiplied by 2. The second one is the infinite. The first one is the finite. Friends. So what is the divided one? Divided one is one man is divided into the son, the husband and the father. Divided man is the samsara. Undivided man is Brahman. What is the sadhana? Karnataka. Don't take life too seriously. This is one of the most important things we have to learn. So, Vishaye Lorupam Chittam Markatadapi Chanchalam Shunyapade Sarva Shunyapade Sitva Tato Nirvana Meshati. Then nothing in this world will disturb us. Be attentive. That doesn't mean disturbances will not come to us. Experiences will happen. When miseries come, miserable experience will be there. When there is a painful experience will be there. But a miserable body or a painful personality will not be born. It is not a Jada Samadhi. This is the Sahajavastha. No struggle. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. Those people who do too much of dhyana, dharana, yoga, tapasya, they are so obsessed and very strong personalities. And on small little things they become angry. Because they are still under the influence of the Prakriti. Prakriti is that where Vikruti is normal. You can't stop it. But we don't recognize it and get hurt. Like all the oldies, they got one common thing. Okay? These days, youngsters don't respect the elders. Now tell me what we have done to become old. It is the poor earth running around the sun, and our age is growing. Why you want respect? What you have done? What is great in you? See, friends. Therefore, Sarva Shunya Pade Stitva Tati Nirvana Meshati, you will go through all the experiences, but the arrows, Bana, the arrows of the experiences will not create an experiencer. Friends, all of us are miserable by choice. If you refuse to be miserable, God will become miserable. You will not. Friends, miseries can be attributed to some cause, but we are all miserable by choice. There was a village, and in that village, the villagers have decided nobody should drink wine or whiskey or any intoxicant in our village. Pass in the panchayat, gram panchayat. And if somebody drinks, then in the center of the village, he will be painted with a black color on his face. He will have to sit on a donkey, and the shoe garland will be put on him, and he will be paraded throughout the village. Idea is nobody should drink. And there was one who could not be stopped. He was established in liquid spirituality. He drank sufficiently. Then he started moving in the village. My dear villagers, please come. I am waiting near the center point. Get the color. Get the donkey. I am ready to sit. Get the garland of the shoes, but new shoes. Now, what will you do? You can insult somebody if he thinks he is worthy of respect. Then you can insult somebody. Oh, Maharaj. If somebody calls us, you are dumb, we become serious. Why? Not because somebody called us dumb. How come he also knows? See, friends, Adhyatma is celebrating life, not punishment. All the time, frustrated, angry, disgusted. No. Therefore, Nirvana Meshati. We go through the life, all the good and bad experiences come. But we neither become happy nor become miserable. And this is a choice given to us. Recognize this. When we come to your country, they give you a form, isn't it? So many questions. And what are the replies? You don't have to write a thesis. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. When we were coming in this world, Bhagwan gave us a immigration form. Here it is written, or I don't remember. In Virginia, when I get down, there at the entrance point, they are written in different languages. Welcome to Virginia. And in that language. So, welcome to Virginia is the same word but written in Devanagari Hindi. So, when I read that, I was so much deeply happy inside. Why? It was written there, welcome to Virginia. The one who must have told must be a Bengali or a Nepali. Welcome to Virginia. In the same manner, when we come in this world, Kanayala says, welcome to this world. What is this world? Anityam asukham prapya. You are entering this temporary but awfully miserable world. Now the question is, do you want to be miserable? You are given a choice. Those who tick mark yes, tathastu, you will be provided with millions of excuses to be miserable. Do not justify you are miserable. निर्वाणमेशति सर्वतत्वाद्य संभिन्नं देहात् भिन्नं तथैव च अहमस्माद् अभिन्नं चैतन्यं सर्वतोमुखम् सर्वतत्व अद्य सभिन्नं starting from all the five great elements, tattva. Then all the creations because out of these five elements. See? What is the creation? Creation is assembly of these five elements in different proportions. You must have read, heard at least. Ravana created Lanka, his place, out of pure gold. But nowhere there is a mention. Where did he dig the gold and take it out? Because he had that siddhi. By mantra shakti, he has created so much of gold that he could build a palace out of gold. Many Mahatmas have got those siddhis. They do something and the things happen. Why? Because they are like an expert cook. Who is the expert cook? What are the things available? Or these are the things, but we don't know what to make. Don't worry, I'll make it. And they mix up the things and something beautiful comes out. In the same manner, those who have got the siddhis, they know how to mix these five elements and out of stone gold is created. If you disintegrate anything in this world, it will be reduced to only these four things: the earth, water, fire, and air. No fifth thing. And where are all of them? They are in the space. And where is the space? In your mind. And what is the mind? An illusion. Hare Ram. See, friends. Therefore, all the tattva and all the creation made out of this tattva, similarly, our body, our sense organs, all of them, similarly, aham asmad. This is me and mine. In all things, they do not touch me. It is impossible to speak of this experience. Try this way. Chant Hari Om once only, loudly, and then again chant Hari Om soft, again chant soft, and as if you are going deeper and deeper and deeper, and you will come to a point where you will disappear. Give it a try. Hari Om. Go deeper inside, no loudly. Chant inside your mind, not loudly. No tension. You are slowly dropping the intensity of the words. Even the mind is not moving. Now you entered the silence. So the presence of the words did not add anything to me. The absence of the words, I lose nothing. This is the meaning of this mantra. Sarva tattva adi asambhinnam dehat bhinnam tathaiva cha. Similarly, of the sense organs, aham asmat adi abhinnam asambhinnam. None of them do have any influence on me. Chaitanyam sarvato mukham. Meaning, take one example. Colors and forms are born out of the vision. A person who doesn't have the vision doesn't have the colors and form as an experience. So, vision is the cause, colors and forms are the effect. Effects cannot influence the cause, but effects cannot remain without the cause. So, colors and forms, when we drop, what happens? We come back to the vision. When we drop the sense organs, we come to the mind. When we drop the disturbances of the mind, we come to the eye. This eye is limited only during waking. When we drop this eye, we are in the deep sleep, in the absence of everything. Therefore, deep sleep is an ignorant realization, if I can use this word. You are one with the divine. Upanishad says, ahar ahar brahma gamayati. Every night when we sleep, we are one with the divine. But we do not recognize this. The reason is, what is sleep for us? Like waking is something present, dreaming something present. What is deep sleep? waking and dream is absent. So for us, deep sleep is an experience of something absent. This is Patanjali. Abhava pratyalamba vrittihi nidra. When you make absence of waking and dream as an object of your experience, that is the deep sleep. It is here the difference between the deep sleep and realization is. So if we are sleeping when we are awake, या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागृति संयमी यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनेः. To this divinity, those who are awakened while living in this world, they are pashyato munehe, they have awakened to their divine nature. Ignorant people are sleeping to the divinity and awakened to the relative world. Therefore, the option is go through all the experiences, but do not become experiencer. Then it is abhinnam chaitanyam sarvato mukham. We are supporting all experiences. And to summarize all the experiences in two words, that which supports presence as well as absence, and therefore is beyond present and absent, is our essential nature. So whatever name you give it to Chaitanya, awareness, consciousness, um, this Kalottara Devi, Tripura Sundari, whatever name you give, it doesn't matter. Wrong notions can be removed by right understanding without creating new notions. Remember, spiritual life is not replacements of notions, transcending the notions. All other paths except this path, replacement of notions happens. Earlier I used to be angry, now I am not angry. Earlier I used to be not confused, now I am confused. Earlier I used to be very shabby, now I am very smart. Earlier I used to wake up very late, now I wake up very early. That dumb I has to be deleted. Here, no freedom for I, but freedom from I. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ. श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ॐ.